Hello, and welcome. Oh, you're such an arsehole. Hello, welcome back to the Black Ribbon Ramble podcast. Today it is just Josh and I. Dan appears to have a car malfunction, so yes, unlucky Dan.
I thought you said carb malfunction then.
Carb malfunction, yeah, he's been
He's just
stuffing
had
the
too many
bread.
carbs.
Too many carbs.
Christmas has
Overdosed
done
on
it.
carbs. Christmas, I thought I'd gain weight over Christmas. I'm exactly as I was. And I was off the gym for about 2 weeks. I was like, holy shit. I don't need to bother. But no.
I think eating is exercise in its own right. You just got to eat enough at such a fast pace that you burn more calories than you're ingesting. It's got to keep going that cycle.
Yeah, so you get
tough food.
6 packs on your jaw.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible! You'd actually be Jaws then, wouldn't you? So you'd just be biting through sheets of metal.
Yeah.
So,
The fuck?
Imagine that superpower. I have a superpower. I can bite things really well.
Really hard.
Really hard. You know, I'm going to bite you now.
Beware the power of my bite.
Beware! I have nasty molars, you bastards.
Fucking hell. So I think it's going to be a fairly short one today. I'm not going to drag on too long because one, NCIS, two, we have very little to talk about this week from what I'm aware, unless you have done some research and you have lots of news.
I was going to talk about like what interesting stuff's coming out, like game-wise, that I'm interested this month, I'd say. That's what I was going to talk about.
Were you?
I was indeed. I thought, well, there's not that much news going on. I suppose most of the news I was going to discuss about is probably stuff you've probably already going to talk about anyway.
I've not done any today because I've had 2 other things to do, so. I know, but the big news, God, how high can you go?
Okay.
You have no bollocks, do you?
I have bollocks. I'm an angel. And my balls just dropped. There we are, enjoy that.
Hell.
You have that in your ringtone.
I'm just so tired that it's just going right over. I'm just no, I don't care anymore. So
Josh is speaking. I imagine it's amusing. I'm just gonna go.
Fuck you. Fuck you. So the big news, which I've also done a post on the website for, was Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda. We have a release date and 2 minutes of gameplay. What did you think of the gameplay trailer?
I really liked it actually. I think it's pretty cool. I can see elements of like the first games in there, and obviously they showed you kind of a bit of like obviously having your party and things like that. Didn't really see them like training behind you like they did in the previous games, but I wonder how that's gonna work. But the enemies look cool. The gameplay looks quite fun, and it was weird. Like he's walking around like a flamethrower coming out of his hand, like fire. That was unusual, but I'll be interested to see what that's about.
Well, it's like just a weapon. It's just a standard weapon he has.
You think this is a standard weapon? You can see he bought the my terminology is gonna be really bad. It was like the he punched something like the blade comes out like
the Omni blade.
That's the one. Yeah, you can see him obviously do that and stuff, which was cool. But yeah, I suppose it could be a weapon. I suppose I wasn't thought it was like one of those. I've got to play the games again. I've lost complete biotic like powers. I think something like that at all.
No, I don't think he is. Well, it could be. There was a load of different classes there that you could go through. I did notice that, but as it stands, I think he's just a regular human, just got weapons.
That's cool too.
All right, the gameplay was a bit naff. I'm not gonna lie. The dude who was playing was terrible. Yeah, but the dude who was playing was absolutely terrible.
He was bad. But in terms of like gameplay, it's like
exactly. It was just showing everything else. It was showing all the things. The menus looked. I think they were rattling through them a bit quickly.
Yes,
Or they
don't
might
go
have
into
sped it
huge
up because
detail.
they
Some of
looked
the too long
really
games.
clunky when they were going through them. And it was just like, I don't like this. It's just, bleh, it's just so much menu that filled up a lot of it. Because I don't like spending too much time in the menus. It just drives me nuts. I just want to be able to get in the game, put a set on, and just go.
Mm,
And if I get something new that I want to upgrade or I level up, I don't want to be in there constantly changing between things to then do a certain section and then go back into the menu and change this and that and that. I don't want
yeah,
that. That drives me insane. But visually, very very nice.
very nice. I
Hashtag
like
PC
that kind
Master
of
Race.
first kind of shot where you kind of see him like in that world, and it's like something weird with the moon, like an eclipse, but like kind of energy rays or something. It's like kind of passing over. Oh, that looked really cool. And
It
also the
just
kind of
yeah,
landscape
it just
looks really
looks
nice.
incredible, absolutely phenomenal, and it's all backed up by Nvidia, which is fantastic as well. So
Yep.
PC is going to be probably at the forefront, I think,
Yeah.
which is very surprising for a AAA release, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, there's not many. I can't think of a game that's done well. There are games that obviously they start on the PC and then they kind of fork off into like the main consoles, but not if it's all like released at
Not
once.
anymore.
You
Not
occasionally
unless,
get them. Maybe like indie games though, I'd say
yeah,
they do
indie
this.
games you'll find on the PC to then be ported over to a console, but
Hmm.
an actual AAA title, big seller, really very rarely is it publicized
Hmm. Unless it's like something like a
for a
beta and then
PC.
obviously release them on the PC and then
Yeah,
kind of
you'll always have the betas and stuff that will come out across all platforms. But the only other one I can think of that's done it in more recent would be Gears of War, with their most recent installment.
hmm.
Because when we went to EGX, they were using 1080s and little Corsairs, little mini box like mine, just smaller, the compact version of it. And
Right.
you could
Okay.
see all the hardware, and it was all NVIDIA um, on PC. There was no control. There was no console there. It was all PC based demonstrations, and it was all sponsored heavily by Nvidia as well. So I think Nvidia are trying to play a little bit more in that direction as well. Get in with the companies and like focus energy on the PC ports. Focus energy on actually creating a game for the PC that could be moved to a console rather than a console game that can be moved to a PC. Because that's
Yeah.
where a lot of the problems lie when they come ported from a console because they just look like shit, a la the Mafia 3, for instance, and Batman Arkham City, Arkham Knight. It might have been Arkham Knight. I can't remember whichever one, but they're all very similar to that. And it just seems to be the whole, yeah, we built it for a console, and then we're going to try and put it onto a PC rather than vice versa, which surely would be the easier way of doing things anyway. But
Yeah.
whatever, whatever. But also in that news, we had the release of the date, obviously, which is annoys me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. The 21st of March for North America
Hmm.
and the 23rd of March for Europe.
Yeah, that sucks a bit.
I honestly don't understand why. It's just, it's like, please, you're in a worldwide market now. You have access to the internet. That's the way things are going to work. Why are you putting them behind a wall? Why are you treating them differently to others? Why don't you release it at midnight in the US and whatever time it is equivalent to that day over here, for instance?
Yeah.
And it's just 12 o'clock PST or whatever, Pacific Standard Time. Bosh, released. Everyone gets it. I just don't understand why more companies don't do it. I get the whole idea that because most of the games need an online connection, that they're just going to ram the servers and servers are going to shit themselves. But it just annoys me. You've got loyal fans, and especially the Mass Effect series. They just love Mass Effect, and all they want to do is play Mass Effect. And I see on the Reddit subreddit for it that people are still playing through the trilogy
Oh,
multiple times.
definitely. I mean, that's probably one of the type of games I would. But I think I did actually play through. Probably about a year ago, I played through the first three just because I was bored. I thought, oh, what should I play? Oh yeah, let's go with Mass Effect because it's just so much fun and there's just so much route diversion that you could do. Um,
Yeah,
so
but
yeah, I'm not surprised in regards to obviously people playing it
yeah,
over and over again.
yeah. But it's like they finish it and then they're straight back onto it to do it again, and then to finish it again, and then straight
Oh,
back
okay.
onto it.
Then
Yeah, they're very much they want to do these different ways, different approaches, and all this. It's very, very nuts. But you have a very dedicated fan base who are essentially being told, "You can't have it just yet, but he can." He's like, "No, please,
that's the
just give
problem as
it
well.
to
If
me."
you get spoilers, don't you, from people from who get it first, and
You'll get the
the internet's
spoilers,
flooded
yeah,
with it, and you're
but
like,
you'll
oh, I've got to
also
avoid
get the
the internet
fact
for the
is
days.
you'll get a lot more piracy.
True, that's very true as well.
You put something, obviously the price is going to put a load of people off, but if a load of people have already got it and you're sat there waiting for another 2 days, they're going to go, fuck it, I'm just going to get it. I want to play it. That's as simple as that
Yeah.
gets. Some people don't have the money, some people have the money but don't have the patience to wait. But yeah, that annoys me. I'm not going to lie, it does annoy me. I would love to have it. I'm hoping it gets a pre-load though. I really do hope it gets a preload because that would save me days. Literal days.
Yes, that's true because it's gonna take you quite a while.
It's going to be a big beast, ain't it? It ain't going
It's
to be
gonna
a
be massive.
small.
It's gonna be
It's going to be like
huge.
30, 40 gigs, ain't it?
It's about 40 to 50, I'd say.
40 to 50. I mean,
Definitely on the
download.
larger scales. Yeah, definitely on the largest. It's gonna be the larger scale, I would imagine. I
Mm.
mean, I can't even remember how much Final Fantasy 15 was, but I hope it's bigger than that anyway.
Well, the Doom, which is very intensive, was 30 something gig to download.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it might be something in that region. But the final part of Mass Effect news I have is that for all PC Origin users, Mass Effect 2 is for free. Go get it.
Oh shit.
Philip DeFranco mentioned on his video that you don't really need to play the first. I would argue against that personally because
Yeah, you need to play
you
the
want,
first because
yeah, you want to
I would
get,
say.
you want to understand Shepard
Yeah,
and you want to
it gets you a
play
bit
that
about
character
the lore
through.
of the just the world as well, don't
Yeah,
you? Kind
and
of
you see the
more depth.
Citadel and all the other aspects of the story.
Yeah,
So
because
if
it
you
makes
haven't run,
his. Are we going to spoilers in this? I suppose it's been long enough, isn't it? You can go to bloody spoilers, can't we?
uh, be careful.
Okay, fine. It's not really spoilers because it happens right at the beginning of the game. Obviously, because in Mass Effect 2, Shepard kind of almost dies, isn't he?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
So I mean, if that happened and I hadn't played the first one, I wouldn't care as much. I wouldn't be kind of like, oh shit, what's happening
Yeah,
to the original Normandy crew and stuff like that. Because then you visit people like Tally and stuff like that who you meet in the first game, and if you didn't meet them, you kind of think, oh, who's this person? Oh, hello,
exactly.
I think I know you.
And Joker and all those,
Joker,
you just
yeah,
wouldn't meld with the characters as well. So yeah,
exactly.
yeah, certainly you
You play
have
the
to play
first.
the
I
first.
can understand like it's quite if you play the rest of the trilogy and then go back to the first one, it just feel like oh god, I'm back. It's a huge just leaps and bounds, isn't there?
Yeah,
Between the games, it does feel like oh okay, I feel so
yeah, the
slow.
gameplay was really something else on that, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's just but anyway,
Oh, fuck. But no,
but yeah,
it's just a
play the first one.
fantastic story, and just to really understand what you're doing, you need to play the first one. But they're fucking dead cheap anyway.
Oh, definitely, yeah, they
Yeah,
really are cheap.
so it's just worth picking that up.
Still need to get K to play that, did you?
Yeah, I've been trying, been trying. Still trying. I tried again today. But yeah, I'm going to move on from here, and I'm going to talk about one other thing quickly,
Go
which
on.
is about another. I hate saying old game, they're or classic because they don't feel that old. But Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what would you deem that as? Even though it's still getting releases, but you go back to the original ones, they're around about the same time as Mass Effect was dropping.
I wouldn't call it like a classic. It's not old enough to be
Well,
classic, I would
well,
say.
technically,
I mean,
it's
it's
a
like
classic
previous.
within the
Like,
industry, but age-wise, it's not.
when did it come? When did Assassin's Creed first come out? Let's have a look.
Because you can't call it vintage, can you?
No, vintage. I mean, I see vintage as stuff like when I was playing when I was a kid, like on the SNES, and I mean, I'd say Nintendo 64 is like coming on vintage now.
Yeah, yeah, that certainly is vintage.
That's what I would say. Like still like cartridges and stuff. I mean, uh, no, I wouldn't say it was old enough to be all vintage. It's just an old game kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just this. We've had so many generations since then. It's just always a bit like, well, what is it? It's sort of in a limbo at the moment of what you can call it because it's not new gen, it's not previous gen, it's previous gen.
God,
Um,
that does sound old, doesn't it? Jesus.
yeah, but back to Assassin's Creed in general. I saw the movie today.
Yes. What did you think? That's spoilers, please, 'cause I might want to go see it.
I'm not going to say any spoilers. Dan gave it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, oh,
I will argue against that and give it a 7 at least.
ooh. That's interesting actually, because most films that are
Video
made
game
after video
movies
games
are
are shite.
awful.
Yeah.
Yes,
So would you
it's
say it breaks the mold?
it does. It really
Ah,
does. There are a few parts where visually, sort of like parkour movements and all this, where you're seeing computer images, and
hmm.
it just throws you out of it a bit. Some of the animus is a little bit weird
Okay.
because the whole animus isn't on a table like it is in the games. It's actually a sort of robot that connects to the back and kind of lifts you up into the sky, and it's just a projected camera onto you,
Right.
and they morph in somehow. It's weird, but when you watch it, you'll understand that. So that's a little bit weird, and everyone can kind of watch what's going on. Uh, Marion Coulthard, I think is how you pronounce her name. I think. She's all right. Her character takes a bit of a switch, which is very odd. Um, I wouldn't say unexplained, just very abrupt for her. And Michael Fassbender was surprisingly good, and the action was good fun, like real fun. I would like to have seen a bit more, if I'm honest. I wanted to see if it was longer, I would be happy.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Are they making a sequel? Are they lined up for a sequel or anything like that at all?
you come to the end and it's almost guaranteed.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and
Not
that's not
surprised by
saying
the way.
anything. It's a bit like, yeah, they've left it open that we can continue.
To see, let's see
Yeah,
how much money this film makes. If it makes a bit more, then yeah, let's make more money.
I think it will. I think it will do fairly well in the box office, and I think it's going to be. I think it's got people curious. That's the thing, and it's just it's such a good and popular game. Everyone's like, I fucking love Assassin's Creed. I
Hmm.
don't know anyone who hates Assassin's Creed
No, I don't think I've ever met anyone.
apart from
I mean, it's quite a
Unity.
controversial thing to say, isn't it? I like if you play games quite a
Nowadays,
lot, I would say
yeah,
it's quite a controversial.
the more recent iterations of Assassin's Creed have been a little bit. I wouldn't say they've been bad. Some of them have been all right, and then you have, like I said, Unity, which was utter garbage. It just never worked. That was just a That was a buggy mess.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of Assassin's Creed games that were fairly good, and this movie kind of adds to that story.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be sort of delicate, not say too much to kind of
Good, good.
give any ideas out. But I think, yeah, it fits into the world, I feel. The other characters in it, personally, I would have liked to have had a little bit more uh, character development with them. But no, it
Okay.
was, yeah, it was very, very good. Very good.
So would you recommend obviously people to go watch, just go watch it?
Yes, highly recommend it.
And yeah, I might go give it a peek then.
Got to. You
Do you
have
think
to.
it's like more relates to people who played Assassin's Creed? I mean, if people say who hadn't watched it,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
would they struggle? Do you think, or would they explain enough that people who haven't played the
They wouldn't
series or played some of the
struggle,
games?
but there's a lot of things in there that you go, like there's a scene where a load of assassins are there, and you're a bit like, um, it's actually at the start of the movie. They do the whole ceremony of him becoming an assassin,
Oh, okay.
and you know in the 1400s or whatever how they did it prior to then with Altair.
Hmm.
Your initiation was to get the finger cut off.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that?
No, I don't remember that now.
So
It's been
I
so
can't remember.
long since I played it. I mean, I found out it came out like
Well,
nearly
the
10
whole
years ago.
idea is the nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
But what they did is they cut the finger off so the blade could come through smoother.
Oh, right.
You remember
Yes,
anything
yes.
about that now? And
Vaguely, vaguely.
later on, they stopped doing it, and they were making jokes about just how barbaric it was and stupid. They just gave away who you were, sort of thing.
Hmm.
But no, that sort of things like that, little tidbits that you remember from the stories and you understand, you're a bit like, are they doing that? Appeal to the gamer because they know the universe. For a general consumer, I think it's a good action flick. It's just a
So
fairly exciting,
it doesn't feel
fun
like too
film.
forced then? It kind of just kind of
No,
no, that's good. I
no.
think a lot of gaming, films, does feel quite forced, and it sounds embarrassing when people say terminology or something like that, and it's just like, oh, they deliver that line horribly.
Yeah, they're just trying a little bit too hard.
Yeah, or
Yes,
yeah.
but I think that Assassin's Creed lends itself to the cinema as well because it kind of backs itself up with not legitimate history, but it backs itself up with a narrative in history
Hmm.
that you can understand. So, like the Spanish
Yeah,
Inquisitions
yeah.
and
People know what's going on
various,
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
and you can kind of imagine it into those worlds.
That's true. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
that's a good
helps
one.
it.
Yeah, I think a lot of other films, obviously, that drive of games are set in maybe, especially if it's like a fantasy kind
Well,
of based one
Hitman,
or
you
something.
just look at
Hitman,
Hitman
yeah.
because that thing was a piece of garbage and I refused to watch that. But that was just all very much just killing people. And
Yeah, but I haven't watched the film or played the games, but isn't he supposed to be like a quite emotionless character? And
he
usually those
is,
kind of
yeah,
characters just don't work very well.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
peculiar, peculiar. But I'm not going to dribble on about this, but it's very good. Highly recommend it. Check it out and just enjoy a good flick.
Good
A
flick.
good
Yeah,
flick.
I'll check it out.
And for the start of the year, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Doesn't
Running off
beat
smoothly then.
doesn't
Running.
beat Walter Mitty, but it's good. That was one of my that was a few years back now. But that was one of my favourite start of the year movies. That was incredible. But yes. Anyway, over to you. Over to you.
Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to also chat about like what kind of games are coming out, obviously in January, and what you like lined up for any good games coming out in this month or
I
any.
have no idea.
You know, I think you kind of pre-order your games
I
months in
used
advance when you
to.
first hear about it. They
I
suddenly come through
used
the
to.
letterbox. Woo, woo, what's
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, well no, that was because I wanted to make sure that I got it when it was coming out and I knew what was coming out
Hmm.
on my Amazon. It was just because you didn't pay for it, you just pre-ordered it and then you paid for it once it was posted. That was it. But I cancelled all those pre-orders, and if I'm honest, I never actually sort of reinstated the pre-orders on
Hmm.
Steam or anything like that. It was just a bit like, I don't care. I'm not going to fund them. I don't want to play that game that much anymore,
No,
sort
fair
of
enough.
thing. I'm not actually sure what's coming out this month though. I don't think there's any big ones, is there?
Not particularly. Well, I suppose I don't know if a game I'm quite interested in coming out this month, and I've seen the couple of trailers, and I might interested get back in the series. I haven't got back in the series since 4. Is Resident Evil? Resident Evil Biohazard is coming out on the 24th of January, and it looks good enough that I might give it a go and scare myself shitless. So that's coming out. Also, the new Tales game coming out, Tales of Berseria, which you reminded me about the other day. So I'll definitely play the shit out of that thing. Though I haven't finished a Tales game in. Ooh. I actually haven't finished the last 2 Tales games, actually. I got bored halfway through, so I don't know why I keep buying the bloody games.
Because you're obsessed.
That's because I'm so obsessed, yes. But yeah, anyway. And then obviously, games obviously that you wouldn't find interesting, such as like Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which I'll get as well, because I'm a fanboy for that as well.
2.8.
2.8. It's pretty much them making more money, as much money as possible, the Kingdom Hearts series, but I'm still going to buy it. But Resident Evil looks good. Have you seen the trailers for that at all?
No, no, honestly. I saw the VR thing and it
Mm.
was just terrible. And
Oh,
yeah,
really? You thought it was terrible? I thought it looks quite
oh god,
interesting.
it looks so crap. I watched it on the Yogscast Jingle Jam stream.
Oh, right, okay.
They played it on there and it was just so predictable.
True. It's like it's not quite as I don't think it's as much as it doesn't seem like a Resident Evil game, which I think it's not like the usual characters of Wesker and Leon and like Ada and all that kind of gang hanging around the scenes, as far as I can tell. So that's why I think I'm quite interested in it. Because usually when they have games set around those characters, they're shit. Generally, 9 times 10, they're shit. So I'll give it a go and see what I think. I'm putting it on
Mate,
PC
Leon
because
is
it's
fucking
cheaper.
beast.
He's good, but I don't think I enjoy him in 4. But if I see him in anything else, I kind of think
He is badass.
it's true. He's very true.
But is there anything else coming out or
Do you have any interest? I mean, those are the stuff that I found I find interesting. Um, no, have you ever played any of the Yakuza games? I've never played them, but
Yakuza?
Yakuza is the Japanese
Yakuza.
have Yakuza is how they say it in Japan. So
You sure
how I
about
hear
that?
it, Yakuza, yeah,
Yakuza? That's how I've
Yakuza.
always heard it pronounced everywhere.
Yeah, I hear it in Japanese. They say Yakuza. But anyway,
That's and they just got weird high voices though, don't they?
the
Oh
original
no.
people got the weird-eyed voices.
Whenever I hear it, they're always quite high voices, high pitched voices.
High-pitched voices.
Yeah,
Yakuza,
no, not that high.
Yakuza,
Shut up. Shut up. Sh-
Yakuza, Skidas.
Fuck you. Fuck you. In Blizzard news that has literally just dropped, that patch that came out a little while ago is for the public test server for a few updates to characters. One being Roadhog, which is thank
Ah!
fuck for that. Which the hook should now feel more consistent for Roadhog players, but it should also feel more reasonable to enemies, as they cannot be hooked or pulled around corners anymore. Thank fuck for that.
Okay, that's good. That
Because
was annoying.
yeah, because when you hit the floor and the hook would go through the wall and you'd still be pulled through the wall, annoyed the shit out of me. It really did. It was just oh yeah, just block the line of sight, and it just kind of removes that there. But Diva has had a slight nerf,
Oh,
apparently.
really? How so?
Yeah. So it says here, Blizzard also nerfs Diva to a small extent with this update. She loses 200 armor, but gains 200 health, and her weapon now deals less damage. However, she fires more bullets per shot, 11 up from 8, but each bullet does less damage, 2 down from 3. It's very weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what actually the DPS like per second is then. Obviously, is it more or less and stuff like that?
Well, she'll
If you
be
want to get
dealing less
technical.
damage.
But if she's firing at a higher rate, then would it? I suppose.
She's not firing at a higher rate. She's
Oh, obviously.
firing more bullets because
Oh,
when she shoots, it's like almost a shotgun.
oh, okay, right, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, okay,
so
yeah, I
she's
get you.
firing
I get you.
11 shots instead of 8, but they do 2 instead of 3 damage. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
sure. I'm just doing maths inside my head. Fair enough. Okay.
And it says here, Diva's armor often made her feel like she had no weakness, even against heroes that are often effective against bigger targets like Reaper.
Hmm.
The patch note states the changes to her fusion cannons will result in smaller overall decreases in damage, but they should feel more consistent now. Two other characters also see balance tweaks. The healing boost from Ana's biotic grenade is now 50% less effective, and Sombra's hack now takes only 0.8 seconds to complete, down from 1 second. Which I can agree with that Ana's biotic because she
Yeah,
was OP.
yeah, she was. She was very good. I mean, it's interesting. So when I first we first playing with her, we thought, oh, it's really hard to play with her, and it is still very hard. But she definitely is. When you get good with her and you know how to play her, she is really good. And I'm glad that they buffed her. Nerfed her.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also an emote wheel that's been added.
Oh
Uh,
my god, an emote wheel.
yeah, so a bit like what we have already,
Hmm,
but I
very
don't know how
nice.
it's going to work. I guess you'll have all of your emotes there and you can choose between them rather than just have one, which is
That's
cool,
cool.
I guess. Yeah, so you can play different variations there.
Wonder how many they'll let you have, or will they let you use all that you unlocked or something?
I think it will be all that you have unlocked for each
That's cool.
character, yeah. I think that's how it would work. That seems like the smarter idea.
Hmm.
Whether it comes across that way, we don't know, but yeah, yes. But I wanted to have a quick word about your Pixel because I didn't realize you had one.
Yes, I got one in. Well, it was funny. I think it came in. I ordered it. When did I order it? Just after New Year's, and it came like the day after. And I thought, wow, that was super quick. Yeah, I got it. The Google Pixel phone. It's like their first phone that Google's actually properly made, and yes, it was expensive, and but I spent a bit of my Christmas money in it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It came in option of two different sizes.
Are you as
I
a
got
pay
the
as you go or
smaller one.
contract?
I'm pay as you go. I'm doing it, so that's why I chose. I still got my same number, so I didn't want to go in contract and stuff. I never go contract. Um, no, it's nice. It's decided to change phone because my battery, my previous Google phone had pretty much died. Um, no, it's nice. It's I can't even remember the specs of it though. But one of the things that I found quite new is they got a finger touch thing on the back, which unlocks my phone, which I thought was really cool. Um,
It's like the
it's a bit,
fingerprint reader on the iPhone.
yeah, it's like that. It's also the back. It's a bit why they put it on the back. I find a bit confusing because it's quite difficult to kind of put your finger there. But no, it's good. I haven't had it for that long to kind of get used to all the features. But obviously, one of the major ones I chose to get this phone is because it gets the latest Android updates, and I always enjoy that. That's always fun. Like obviously, kind of the newest things is like if you have an icon, like an app, for example, YouTube. If I hold down the YouTube button, it obviously brings up all my trending list and subscription and search bar. I can like kind of go straight to those pages. I thought it was quite cool. But it's still kind of work in development. So they're still kind of working out a few bugs here and there, which I was fully aware of when I bought the phone because I did my research. But I thought, why not spoil yourself and go for something big? But yeah, I can't give a recommendation yet until I've obviously used it for a bit longer. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's probably the most expensive phone I've ever had.
Jesus. I'm not even going to ask how much
No,
that
don't
cost you.
ask. Don't ask.
Don't ask, please.
Don't
Please don't
ask.
ask.
It'll make me. The shame is real. How much I spent on this thing. But
I hear
we'll
it's
see if
got
it.
a very good camera on it. It's got a 4K camera and heightened VR capabilities as well, which
It's got a
is
VR.
very
You could have
fun.
had the option of spending a bit of extra money to kind of come with a VR headset. Not VR. Yeah,
I
it's
have a
one of
VR
those.
headset.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
But I decided against it because I don't. I think I'd use it once and then probably never again, maybe.
Honestly, I like it. I like it just to do random things on it every now and then, but I really want the Samsung Gear VR.
Yes. Yeah.
I just want to play
Yeah.
with one. I just want to just go around and film stuff and all that because it just looks like so much fun, you know?
Hmm.
But no, it wouldn't be worth buying a Google iPhone for that, really, would it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be quite worth it. I mean, you've got a quite good phone at the moment, do you not? You got the through contract. What have you got at the moment?
I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 6. Sorry, the Samsung Galaxy Note 6 Edge. Galaxy Edge 6.
Yeah.
S6 Edge. Something. It's Edge 6. I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. It's been so long. I've got a box of it somewhere up on my desk as well that I can't be able to look for. It'll take me a fucking age. I'll be digging through things for days. But no, my phone's good for it. It's just when you put it in there, the only problem is that the screen is curved,
Right.
and it's good for viewing videos and stuff like that. But when you're trying to watch VR, you can see a little bevel just on the
Oh,
top.
that's
Yeah,
that's annoying.
it's not too bad. Not too bad. You don't really pay much attention to it, but it's just a little bit weird knowing that that's there. But I love VR. I will quite happily throw my money at a HTC Vive when I can afford it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I'll start wanting to get one.
Definitely.
I need to upgrade my computer a bit first, but yeah, it is
Yeah.
fun.
Even though I probably don't have the room for a HTC Vive in my house at all. Yeah. But do you have anything else to add, or shall I wrap it up here?
I think you're very safe to wrap it up, really. Movie
Okay,
wise,
so
we've talked about Assassin's Creed, but there's nothing else I can think
yeah,
about to talk about.
so Assassin's Creed, go check it out. There's also a Humble Bundle that's got all of the Assassin's Creed games apart from Revelations and 4. Black Flag for some reason. Go get Mass Effect 2. It's free on Origin, and play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. And then get Andromeda because it's going to be badass and it's going to be so much fun. And so you've got Resident Evil coming out this month. You've got Yakuza O or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and the Tales game. Which are you buying?
Yep, I'll still get it because
You
I'm
sucker into
a
it.
scum and I'm going to hate myself and yeah, I'll
Okay,
still
so
get it.
we'll hear about that when you get that. But
Yep.
yeah, I think that rounds that up. So we're going to end it here. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, subscribe to the channel, and tune in next week for another podcast. Hopefully, if everyone is about and Dan's car doesn't break down on him again. Let's hope not. But we wish you we wish you best, Dan. We wish you best. Have fun. Bye.
Bye bye.